Hello everyone, Simon McClinton from the 7 Point Highlander Committee. I'm here to show you our Highlander results reporting portal. It's an efficient way to collate performance data for pointed and watchlist cards, and the system we'll be using for reporting back to the community about the state of the metagame every quarter. Let's take a look. Visit the official landing for the 7 Point Highlander format by typing 7ph.com.au, then click on the tab labelled Results. You can also reach it directly via 7ph.com.au/results. So that's a great link for you to store in your phone. There's a text primer at the top, but I'll be showing you that all right now. So let's just dive straight in. You've just finished playing a Highlander event today and found out your standings. Just open up the 7ph results page and click your state and the date of your event. So today we were in New South Wales and our date was the 11th. Our name for today was Jane Smith, so we're going to put Jane Smith into these fields. We also found out that we placed 10th, so in our final standing box here, we'll select the 9th to 16th bracket. Alright, next up, we can also feel free to add any descriptive name, or we could add our creative spin on that name. We might start with, say, Nahiri Artifact Combo, but because Jane's deck uses Sneak Attack and Kiki Jiki, let's call it Sneaky Jiki. Now here are the most important aspects for data collection that we'll be able to crunch for the community. Thankfully they're all tick boxes, so it should take you no more than 30 seconds to complete. Tick any of the boxes for what you would say the predominant colours. So for Jane's red-white combo deck that also happens to feature a lot of artifact mana and artifact lock pieces, she might select red, white, and also colourless. Then tick any of the boxes for the archetypes that you feel your deck represents. For Jane, her Sneaky Jiki deck uses a lot of artifacts to generate big mana, and also has a handful of 2-card combo pieces. To denote this hybrid playstyle, Jane elects to tick both of the ramp and combo archetypes. Last of all, she ticks her 7 points. Alright, let's go. Let's go for Balance, Enlightened Tutor, Sensei's Divining Top, Wasteland, and Caracas. She also has a 2-point card, and that was Mana Crypt. That's all she does. All it needs to do next is click Submit. Okay, now what if you are a tournament organiser? Well, everyone from the event can enter their own points. That's a task that takes about a minute each and spreads the workload of reporting, which helps out you as a tournament organiser. However, as a TO, you're more than welcome to enter all the points from your event. Or if you're just limited on time, you could enter the results from just the top 8. So after hosting an event, as a TO, you might open up the portal and then go to report. So today it was in South Australia, and we were on the 11th, and first place was Dakota Lee, and they placed first, and they were using a Tempo Twin style of deck. And then from here, we simply go through our archetype and colours. They were green, red, and blue, and they happen to be using a fusion hybrid archetype which used both tempo and also combo aspects. When it came to points, their points might have been, let's say, Force of Will, Oko Thief of Crowns, Snapcaster Mage, and then we'll give them Wasteland, and as well we might have given them Mana Drain. Then they might have had a 2-point card in Dig Through Time. After that, we checked the watch list. Oh, it turns out they were also running Wrenn and 6. So this is one of the 0-point cards that we're watching, which just gives us a little bit of extra data for us to look at. Then you click Submit. That takes about 30 seconds or so to enter your first place, and then it automatically refreshes. From here, we choose to enter our next competitor. So for second place, we simply enter exactly the same data, South Australia and the 11th. And this was Morgan Jensen, and they placed second. The deck that they happened to be using had a fun name. Their deck was called Christopher Walk, because they used Time Walk, let's say. So this particular deck was a fusion of mid-range and combo because it likes to loop Time Walk, and it was in the Bant colours, so we'll give it blue, green, and white. Then down here, of course, we'll scroll down to 4-point cards, and Time Walk was their most important card. Let's enter that one. And then we'll also enter Snapcaster Mage, and we'll give them Lutri the Spell Chaser because they really love cloning those Time Walks. And then we can also give them, let's say, Force of Will. So from here, we double check our watch list. Turns out they were using Mystic Sanctuary, something that we want to keep a really good eye on as a 0-point card at the moment. And then we click Submit. That there took, again, about 30 seconds, and you can just repeat this process because it continually refreshes each time you want to enter another competitor from 1st through 8th. Now, as a tournament organizer, you can do this for all of your players if you like, and it just takes about that 30 seconds to a minute for each entry. However, for casual events without deck lists, we do understand that there is a nightmare of chasing up each player after your event. So if you just want to find out the points and enter only your top 8, or just encourage all of your players to enter their own points, that's also great. Regardless of whom enters the data, our database on the back end can match the relevant entries from the same state, from the same date, and linking all the data from the same event. It will also erase duplicates. So the 7-Point Highlander results portal is for tournament organisers and for individuals, whether you placed first or whether you placed last in your event. Whilst we are likely to be crunching numbers and preparing metagame reports for that top 8 bracket predominantly, we still care about everyone's experiences. If you're playing a certain configuration of points and keep bombing out in events, if you don't report those last place finishes, we'll never know about your experience. High levels of top 8 reporting will help the committee make pointing decisions on powerful cards, but we also want to see low place finishes reported as well, because we can identify which pointed cards aren't performing particularly well. In conclusion, we encourage everyone to continue with whichever methods of event reporting you currently use, whether it's collecting paper deck lists or asking players to email or post digital lists or link decklist creator sites, or using Highlander decklist PDF generator forms. We just ask everyone to add the 7pointhighlander.com.au results portal to your array of tools. Every quarter, we will sort through the 7ph.com.au database for the last 3 months in the lead up to a scheduled points announcement. Not only will your data help us with points decisions, but we also look forward to publishing the quarterly metagame breakdowns, where we can report back to the community on the prevalence of playstyle archetypes and the percentage of play for all of those pointed cards and evaluate their performance. In the meantime, we encourage you to visit 7ph.com.au and tell us about your local events, large and small.